So I'm going to be incredibly transparent with you. I was going to make a video today with hey, come work out with me video, something like that, right? Because I was, working out is something a lot of people use and I try to use. Sometimes I struggle with it as something that will make me relax. But you see, a completely new video came up because something happened to me today. And I'm gonna start off with last night. Last night I was ready for bed, and this is how it's been going down in my life for months now. I was ready for bed, and I'm laying in bed, and I'm just thinking, oh my gosh, I have to go to work tomorrow. And we all know that feeling, every single one of us. We've all had that feeling before, and it's like, oh, I have to go to work tomorrow. But you see, I was like, it is what it is, right? And I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna work tomorrow, and I'm gonna try to do it with the best attitude possible. I'm gonna do it with a great attitude because I want to glorify God, right? I wake up in the morning, things go well, I'm like, I had to get up early. I kind of woke up a little late, but that's okay, a little rough start, but it's okay. Ate something for breakfast, peanut butter and jelly. I can't eat normal breakfast food. My stomach doesn't sit well with it. And loaded up the van, got in the truck, heading to work. And just from work, things just kind of went downhill. It wasn't a bad day. It was just one of those days where you're like, this day was stressful, right? We were doing a new type of cleaning, and it was a refinishing floors, right? That's what we were doing. And you see, so we started to do those, and we were halfway through the job, and I was just like, oh my gosh, it's, I was just like at the brink. But I was like, you know what? I chose today that I would be joyful today, and I would choose joy today. And some things just went down. I got a text from one of my bosses, and he's like, hey, I'm gonna need you working actually 2 hours on Thursday. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I already work full days with him, 8-hour days. So he's asking me to work 10-hour days. And it's just like building up all this work I have to do. I have to get home, and I have to get home and record a YouTube video and all that stuff, right? Okay, stay with me now. Keep watching. Stay with me. But you see, I got home, and I started working on some video stuff after work, right? Finally got home around 5 o'clock, 5:30. I started working on some video stuff, and I was just like, man, I'm really not feeling this right now. And I could tell you how stressed I was. I was so incredibly stressed with everything going on in my life. I have some really big dreams for my life that I don't even think, if I said them out loud, you guys would think I'm stupid. I have some big dreams, and I'm just thinking, like, how is working these stupid 9-to-5 jobs ever gonna get me to the place I need to be at? And I've never had God speak to me so vividly before. So you see that later that night we had a Bible study. I just got out of it, actually. I was like, the first thing I'm gonna do is go record this video, so it's fresh in my mind, right? I get out there, and we're sitting on the deck. One of my neighbors there, and it's my family, right? We're out there, and they start the Bible study, and my mom was just like, okay, do we want to go in James? Oh, I think that's what it was, or I think the title was what to do when you're being tested. And I didn't hear what she said the first time. So I was let's just get into the Bible and do James. Let's get into the Word. I'm like, yeah, whatever, right? And I'm telling you, in my room before, I had a breakdown, man. I was just so stressed out, incredibly stressed out, because I'm like, I have to do this. I have to do this. I have to get this done. I feel worthless going to work, and I just like, it's not the fact that I don't like work, right? It's the fact that I'm so done with going to work, right? And so anyways, and then she's like, I was like, wait, what was the other thing you said? And she was like, it's the title of the video of the sermon was what to do when you're being tested. I was like, well, it seems like a pretty good video, right? So we start the video, and it just like goes on about a few things, a few normal things. I'm like, well, I feel like I'm being tested right now, right? And eventually this topic comes up, and he was telling a story of someone he knew. And this is how the story went. He knew this man. He had a family, right? And he was out of work. So him and his church, they provided a place for them to stay. They provided a place so they can eat, a place to stay, a place to eat, to clothe them. And he was looking for a job, he had to get to work, right? And eventually the church found a job for him. So he went and he got hired. It was working as an electrician or something, correct? And he goes there, he works for a couple weeks. And after a couple weeks, the pastor says that he saw him again. He's like, shouldn't you be at work? And he said, well, no, I quit. Of course, the pastor, he was too surprised. He's like, why would you quit? And he says, well, I was doing electrical work, and I went to work, and they said, we're not doing electrical work today, and we just have to clean up the shop. We have to sweep and clean everything, right? And he says, you didn't hire me to sweep the floors. You hired me to do work as an electrician. So he quit. And he told them that, and he's like, well, that was stupid of you. Why would you do that? And he said, well, I just didn't feel fulfilled. That's just not what I'm being called to do. I was like, man, and as I'm listening to this story, I'm like, holy crap, this is exactly what I was saying not like 25 minutes ago. I was like, part of it is I don't mind the work, I don't mind taking in a good amount of money, right? But I was like, I don't feel fulfilled doing it, right? So yeah, I do a mopey, I do gropey, and I don't even want to do it. So I don't even want to go. I dread it. I dread the 3 days a week I work. I know it's not a lot, but it still takes up 3 whole days, right? And he tells him, he's like, how is God ever going to trust you with more if he can't trust you with a little bit, just like a job, a 9 to 5? If God can't trust you with that, how is he ever going to trust you with some big, extravagant, dreams that you have? God gave you those dreams for a reason. I believe, like, the dreams I have, they're from God. And I believe that these dreams, they will happen and they will take place. But it does take time. And I have to work this way for now and be able to have it with a joyful heart, a clean heart, right? A heart that glorifies God in everything that I do and everything that I say. I have to be able to do it in a way that gives glory to God in everything I do, even if I don't feel fulfilled doing it, even if it's not what I want to do, even if it's not bringing me anywhere. But if that's what God has me doing right now, there's a purpose for it, there's a plan for it, and there's an opportunity coming, but I have to be able to glorify God in doing it. It's not easy to do. Making this video doesn't make me say, oh my gosh, I want to go to work tomorrow. But I feel now that I have more of a purpose, that I'm like, God, I know you have something on the surface. I know you have something underneath for me. I know you have something everywhere for me. And I know that my attitude is going to be the biggest changer of it. It's how I look at it, how I do it. Because I'll tell you, I feel tired at work. I feel exhausted at work, and I'm just looking at the clock. When will it be over? I'm not complaining, and I'm not working any less hard. I'm still working hard, and I'm not complaining, right? That's how I was raised. But it doesn't mean that in my heart, I'm complaining to God, and all God hears the whole day is, God, how much longer? When will this be over? God, this is so stupid. Why am I doing? And it's made me realize that I'm like, if I want to become more of a man of God, I want to become a better, stronger man of God, I have to be able to do things that I don't like. Because I'm not going to be able to just go get what I want just because I feel like it all of a sudden, right? Just because I'm like, oh, I feel like doing this. Oh, I feel like going to work today, and doing something fun at work. Like, work is fun all of a sudden, right? Like, I don't feel that, but that's what I want. And I know ways that I can work, but I'm like, oh, I have these dreams and I know these things that I can do as a job, and I'm like, God, I would love doing these things, but I can't. Why can't I do this? God's like, well, you're going through testing. I'm testing you right now. See if I can trust you with a little bit before you can trust it with much. So I'm like, okay. Where does that leave me now? Well, it leaves me now in a place of recognition. I can't. Sometimes words just like completely disappear in my mouth. But anyways, it leaves me in a place of saying, I know what I need to go do. And that stay consistent and somehow do it with a smile. Even when I don't want to, even when it's difficult. Even when it's easiest to be mad. And I think that's so important, that's so huge. So, if you watch this whole video, the one thing I can say, man, is if this video was put in front of you, it was for a reason. I prayed for this video. And I'm not trying to clickbait or anything. This is something that legitimately did happen. I don't post videos like this. I know plenty of YouTubers like, the Lord gave me a word. I'm not trying to do that. This is something that legitimately happened to me not 25 minutes ago. 30 minutes ago, maybe now. That happened to me. And I wanted to share it because this whole YouTube channel is sharing my journey to my goal. And, my goal in life, is to, obviously the simple American dream, right? A family, a wife, and kids, and grandkids, and whatever. But I also have bigger dreams, right? An entrepreneurship, right? Owning property, owning huge investments, owning, just this. My goal is in my dreams, and I can't really put on paper, but I can take you with me, and you're gonna see day by day, and the videos won't stay consistent of what type of videos I'm posting. And I know the algorithm doesn't love that, but I believe that God will work through every single video that I post. And he will use it, and he will use it to the right group of people. So anyways, I hope you have a great day. This is a little something I found, and I'm posting this video real quick, and I hope you have a fantastic night, evening, or morning. Put on a smile. Glorify God. This isn't condemnation, my friend. This is, let's get better together.